be able to understand that as well, compared to having us right there in front of them.
I kind of like the idea of not being in front of a computer 8 hours a day, because I can't do that. So I kind of like the idea of doing it in the morning and then going to do all the other stuff I need to do.
Everyone that you thought was going to do that, you're going to have 9 losses versus 1 winner. Yeah, it's like, it's not worth it.
When I spoke to Fausto on the phone and he interviewed me, the thing he said the hardest thing for me to do would be to unlearn the things that I previously learned. And it turns out that's 100% true. And the stuff that I'm learning from him and from Josh and everybody has really made all the difference in the world in understanding what a day trader is and how it actually works.
Fausto and the staff at CTU University, they're really on top of everything. They give you good trade choices, and they keep you alert onto whatever's happening in the market at the time for the day.
Right, so we made a profit. What did I just say earlier? Just take the money and run, because guess what? If you didn't take it, how would you be doing right now? Now you're losing money. You're just trying to make that day's pay. That's all you're looking to do. You got it, you made it. Listen, for every stock, if that kept on going, for everyone that you thought was going to do that, you're going to have 9 losses versus 1 winner.
I don't think you're going to find a better support team in the stock trading business anywhere. That's why I'm here at the platinum level.
You know, a lot of people want to go out there and trade and don't know if it's for them or not. And guess what? That's okay, because it's not. And the thing you have to look at is you have to find a mentor, you have to find a school, you have to sample a couple of things with a couple of schools out there, do a couple of classes, and you make the choice. But don't make the biggest mistake that people make. Go out there and be part of 90%, maybe even higher, of the failure rate in today's industry, because people want to try it before they learn. I mean, would you ever want someone to work on your loved ones that never went to med school? Or how about just giving your finance money to some financial planner that never learned finance? We are no different, but you are on the right path. The right path is you should be doing it on your own. And by doing it on your own, you need a mentor to show you how to do it. And that's what you're going to get here at CyberGroup University. Hello, fellow traders. How's everybody doing this lovely, what today is, Thursday? How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing well? Just give me a little chat back if you can hear me loud and clear. All right, good to see you all. Welcome, welcome everyone. There we go. All right, just want to be able to make sure everybody can see okay. All right, good. Let me just share the video cam so everybody can see that fine. There we go. And I can see the chat. Perfect. Good, good, good. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome here to CyberGroup University. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that quick little video that we had for you. A couple of real students that have been here to CyberGroup University and have attended some of our on-site classes, kind of get the feel to see who they are, their experience about trading and everything else. But today we're going to do more than that. We're not here to just have you watch a couple of videos. I'm here to educate you the art of trading. I know a lot of you here have tried it. I know some of you here are students, want to listen along. That's great. And, you know, it's the slow time of the day right now, but you really got to know how to play, how trading works. And that's why we're all taking the opportunity to be here, because I want to show you why we've been in business for over 25 years, why we're the most popular school in today's industry. And you could see how successful they are. But on the other aspect, you got to remember, trading's not for everybody. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. Okay. You don't want to get involved with somebody or think you want to do it, and next thing you know, it's not for you. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what trading is, what our style is. I'm going to educate all of you. We're going to have some questions we're going to ask you. So please engage. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. The worst thing that could happen is that you get the answer wrong, and you're better doing it here than doing it, you know, on with real money, if you know what I mean. So we're going to talk about some basic trading styles. We're going to teach you how to shadow follow money. We're talking about some short squeezes. We'll just change the slide here. And we're going to talk a little bit about how we find these stocks and everything else, stocks that we traded, why they went up and everything else. But just please keep in mind, everybody, just a quick little warning sign. Trading is very risky. And, you know, for being in business for so long, I just tell you just earlier, you can lose not just some of your money, all of it and even more. You're all going to need a mentor. You're going to have to probably learn from a couple of different people. But like I told you, we don't educate everybody that come to our door. I would probably say 80% of the people, 90% of the people that want to be part of CTU, we don't educate them because we'll know right away. It's like, you know, if you're qualified, and that's not a bad thing, but let us do the decision for you before you go out there and make that decision on your own. All right. So anyway, what we are going to be learning today, we're going to talk about short squeezes. I'm going to talk about how to shadow the smart money. I'm going to talk about NASDAQ total view, which, by the way, at the end of this video, at the end of this class, I'm actually going to show you a quick video of me doing a presentation at the NASDAQ Center, specifically talking about this one main topic. And the reason why NASDAQ wanted me there is not because, you know, they need me. They want you to understand how the exchanges work, which a lot of people don't teach. We're also going to talk about how we follow volume, movers. I'm a tape reader. I'm going to talk a little bit about that and some stocks that we traded, because the thing is, some of you that are following me on YouTube, Facebook Live, you're like, where did you find this stock? Where did it come from? That's what we're going to talk about. So before we do that, just a quick little intro about CyberTrain University, just to let you know why I'm here. Listen, I live here in New York. I was trained by some of the best traders in the world. This is the financial capital of the world. Don't hold it against me. It's not a bad thing. You know, it's not a, it's nothing wrong with that. But I've learned a lot by being here. And now with today, you can go anywhere in the world. I mean, I was just away in Florida trading from there. You could do it anywhere. But the thing is, you have to know how to play the game. And you know how to play the game? You got to surround yourself with smart, quality, profitable traders. You can't go out there and try to do it on your own. And just to let you know a little bit about myself is that I was actually a prop trader, which means I used to trade other people's money. That's how you got into the business back then. And I'll tell you, in the first day when I walked into the trading room, I should have never made my first trade. I'm seeing all these traders, hundreds of them. And this is in an auditorium, a big, trading floor. Guys are high-fiving each other. People are smashing keyboards. And you could right away see who the good traders and the bad traders are. And believe me, the bad traders did not have a job there very long. But I love what I do, what I was taught, and I was showed when they showed me how to trade off internet machines, how to use the level 3 and all that stuff. I'm like, my God, why is not everybody doing this? And he said, fortunately, a lot of people are ignorant. They don't want to pay for it. And, they think they could do it on their own. And then let me know how that works out for you. And it obviously doesn't work out that well. But I founded CyberTrain University back in 95. And the reason why is because back then, I started when I was 22, and I was basically semi-retired at the age of 24. And I didn't like splitting the profits. I was an entrepreneur. I wanted to make more money. So the only way I could do it without opening up a brokerage firm, which I didn't want to do, because I had to start a school and teach people. So we basically started the webinar technology, the online courses, all that stuff. So we're basically the original people in the industry. And if you notice, there's a lot of schools out today that are our students, that are our instructors, and we're very happy for them. And hopefully you guys could be the same, because eventually you outgrow CTU, but I'm always looking to recruit traders, and that's hopefully you're going to be one of them in the next 45 minutes. So that's really how I got started. And now I'm here to see if you guys can understand what I'm about to show you and how to play the game of not just day trading, okay, but how to swing trade, how to invest, because it all leads into that. If you can't be a good day trader, you're going to be a horrible swing trader. And that's where it comes down to it. So I got two wonderful families. You can see my lovely family on the left and my lovely second family on the right. I'm a very family-oriented guy. I'm a first-generation Italian here. My father, been married for almost 25 years now. And I just came away from vacation from my family, which is great because as a trader, you can travel around the world. You can spend more time with your family. But the thing is, the bond of being a very, family oriented really kind of makes you feel involved because people care, want you to succeed. And that's why I love sharing these photos with you, because hopefully you could see that to be a successful trader, it's not like, oh, here's the class, watch 800 hours of videos and let me know how that works out and give me several $1,000s. That's not how trading works. It is a lot of work to train somebody, but you got to have that type of camaraderie, that care, that family orienting of trading to make it very fun and very successful. So with that said, let's get right into and talk about some stocks. Let's talk about something we traded today. All right. So I got a question to ask all of you. Did anybody see the stock RICE today? RICE. Anybody see that? Anybody saw RICE? Just give me a yes or no in the chat. See if you guys who answers this and who doesn't. Dan, you didn't see it. Gordon, no. Huge. Phil, Allison, Bob, you saw it, but you're a trader and you're in the room. That's why. Okay. So I'm going to talk about this stock RICE. Actually, there's a couple other ones that are moving also. But let me explain something to you. Here's a stock RICE. Let me just share this with you. And I'm going to bring the chart right here. You can see the stock right here. Here's the stock that we traded this morning. And by the way, if you go to our YouTube channel, you could watch the recording. Okay. We started at 9 a.m. this morning. We were talking about it right around here. Here's 9 o'clock. And the stock right at 9 o'clock. Okay. I made money on this stock. And you could see how the stock literally ran from $12 all the way up to $15. Okay. Think about that for a second. In a matter of 45 minutes, it ran from $12 to $15.50. Actually, at 8 o'clock this morning, the thing was started around 11. If you bought 1,000 shares of that, now do the math. If you bought 1,000 shares, forget about it, it ran $3. How about you got 30% of that move, $1? What'd you make on that trade? $1,000? $250,000 a year? Who doesn't want that trade, right? Who doesn't want that trade? So if you made 50 cents, $500, $100,000 salary, who doesn't want that job? But the question people ask is, how did you find this stock, Fausto? How did you know it was going up? That's what I'm about to teach you. Okay. And I'm not here to talk about, hey, look at me. I traded what I traded last week or the month before. I'm talking about today. Okay. So let me show you, give you an example. Hold on. Let me get my animation here so you guys can follow along with pointer. You see these little red bars right here? You see these little arrows? You know what those are? Those are buyers. Buyers. Big buyers. So big that there was 326,000 shares that can be bought. Now you do the math. 100,000 shares is $1.4 million. You had 326,000. And not only that, he kept bidding it up. He upped his bid and he upped his bid. No wonder why the stock went up. Who do you think is going to run up the stock? The guy who wants to buy 250 shares, the guy who wants to buy 1,300 shares, or the one that wants to buy 326,000. So my question to you, fellow traders, how many of you here right now are seeing these big block orders that are pushing these stocks? How many of you here are seeing where the buyers are, where the sellers are? Anybody here doing that? I hear crickets. I hear crickets. Come on. How many? Be honest. Well, you're a student, Josie and Barb. Of course you did. Of course you did. Well, guess what? This is what I'm going to talk about. This is what I'm going to show you. Not yet, but soon, Bob. I like that one. Okay. Not as well as I should be, Dan. Okay. Well, listen, the question you have to ask yourself is who really trained you, right? I'm going to show you how Wall Street market makers / traders trade. How do I know? Because this is what I was trained, and this is what I'm going to teach you guys. Trading is not as complicated as you make it today. People make it more confusing than what it is. So where do we find these big movers? Where'd they pop from? Where'd they come from? So anyway, let's talk about where I find my stocks, and then we'll talk about why I continue to went up. I don't have a crystal ball, okay? And everyone has access to this stuff. I just look off the big percentage gainers and losers. And if you look right here, Rice, there was actually 3 stocks because it was there's warrants and stuff, which I'm not going to talk about that. But you could see the biggest percentage gainer on the New York Stock Exchange was Rice, okay? Out of all 20,000 stocks that are moving, there you have it right there. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, how do you know it's going to continue to go up? How do you know, how do you know if it was tradable? Was it too risky? Was there enough buyers and sellers to get me in? You see these things go up and down. You see things move quickly. That's not that hard. That's actually the easy part. That's like kindergarten stuff. The hard part is the discipline, not getting greedy, okay? Be able to hit the button and buy those trades. But finding them, that's exactly where we use. So I'm not giving you any secrets. I just go over the big percentage gainers and losers. I work with my traders. We segregate the ones that are tradable versus are not tradable, because some of them are more volatile than others, and that's it. That's all. That's where we find them. Now, exactly why are these stocks, like for example, why are they, who's buying and selling them? Exactly why are you buying and selling that stock? Why not something else? Why not specifically? Okay, so is it the news? Is it the indicators? Okay, is it the market sector? Listen, I am trading these stocks for one reason, and you for one reason only. It's to make money. That's it. Let's be honest. Do you really care what Rice? I don't even know what Rice does, I'll be honest with you. Call me ignorant, call me stupid. I don't care. All I know is I made money on it. What did you trade today? The S&P futures? Ooh, what did the S&P? The Dow's up 11 points today. How did that work out for you? Okay. I don't care. Traders, we just want to make money. We're in the trading business. We're not in the buying a house for myself business. Okay. That's what it's all about. It's about making money. And that's what people don't realize. So this is why so many traders fail. This is why it's a 70 to 90% failure rate. And that's what you don't want to be. So because they don't have the right tools, they don't have the right education, and they're honestly making it things more complicated than what it is. So let's get right into it and talk about the proper tools and how we follow them. Now, does anybody here have level 2? Anyone here have level 2? Just out of curiosity. Anyone have level 2 quotes? Danny, no. Okay, now we're finally getting a lot of yeses. Okay, Bob, you don't. William, you do. Before, not now, Peter, Troy. Listen, I got over 200 people in here. I don't understand. What are you afraid of? Alan, I'm just calling people up. Brian, Kathy. Come on, Kathy. Don't be shy. Derek, Fabio, Gary. Guys, just be honest with me. You're here to learn. I'm not here. Listen, turn the computer off, turn the monitor off, and focus here, because if you want to be a successful trader, you have to be a good listener. If you don't want to listen, you're better off logging it out right now. I'm sorry if I'm being a little brash. I always say that all the time, but I look at your money like it's mine, and I hate seeing people lose money, because I'll be doing presentations, I'll be doing public speaking, and I always get a couple of hecklers out there, and I just know why they're heckling, because they're just angry. They want to blame somebody else. Okay? Don't be that person. Listen and follow along, because what I'm about to show you right now is going to be the most depressing, the most heartbreaking, and the thing that's going to show you most are like, what the hell was I even thinking? And that's what I'm going to show you right now. So anyway, let's talk about level 2. Level 2 is basically something that's outdated since the 90s. I don't even know why they still have it, but I'll explain to you really briefly what it is. Let me just get my little crayons out here. Okay. So you got the B for buyers and the S for sellers. Okay. These are all the buyers and these are all sellers. It's like a big chat room. Okay. Ooh, it looks pretty cool, right? So you're seeing the raw data of who's buying and who's selling it. So you got 3 columns. MMID means market maker ID. So that's basically the brokerage firm. When you buy and sell a stock, they call you a market maker. This is the price they want to buy it for, and this, the size, means how many shares they want to buy. Everything there is multiplied by 100. That's 300. That's 100. Okay. Just kind of, we take those zeros because obviously just more numbers, it's not necessary. So whoever wants to buy the stock for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to buy for less money is down at the bottom. So what you're seeing is the raw data of all the buyers on the bid and all the buyers on the ask. So the thing is this, you're looking at these names right here and you're seeing like 4 letters, right? This is NASDAQ, this is Archipelago, this is EDGX, the CBOE. These are exchanges. So when you, I don't know who it is or what's out there, whatever it is, but what you're looking at is basically just all the orders that are trading at that exchange. And we'll teach you that more in detail when you take our classes. But the bottom line is what I'm trying to show you is that you're seeing what's going on the floor of the exchange. It's basically what you're seeing right here, right now. Okay. Now, the problem level 2, it doesn't give you all the data. It's just giving you the best buyer and the best seller at that price. So it's like worthless. It doesn't give you all the orders out there. So let me change to something else. And I'm going to do a quick poll really quick right here. Hold on. My poll question, let's see, because this is probably a little bit easier for you guys. So do you guys have level 3? Let me do a quick poll right here. So you guys answer this. I'm going to share this poll with all of you too. So as you guys are answering that question, I'm going to bring it up. Oh, we're halfway there. We're halfway there. Look at that. Almost. We're almost a little bit more than half more of you answering this question. Listen, if you don't answer this question as a yes or no, I'll just take it as a no. All right. I'll take it as a no. All right. So let me share the exit. Let me exit the poll and let me share it. So you could see basically with the ones that didn't answer, I'll take that as a no. You're talking over 95% of you don't have it. Okay. Watch what's going to happen. Watch what right now is the most pivotal time that you better pay attention, because you're going to see something that's going to tick you off. If you took a course with somebody else and like, wait a minute, how do you guys don't talk about this? And then ones that be like, oh my God, how do you not have this data? So listen carefully. What we got here is buyers like we have in level 2 and sellers. Looks exactly the same, right? What we're looking at is called NASDAQ total view. Remember that I showed you? Let me go back to that last slide. Hold on. Remember we saw NASDAQ right here? NSDQ right there. See it right there? He's on the bid and offer. The thing is, you're only seeing the best buyer and the best seller. You're not seeing all the buyers and all the sellers. So when you look over here, you're basically just looking at this top level. If you notice, there are a lot of different levels out there, all the way down from 1806, all the way down to 1780. It keeps going on and on and on. And the same thing for the sellers. Look at all these sellers out there. So on one avenue, you're seeing only the best bid and the best offer, but you're not seeing all the bids and all the offers. So you're getting almost 20 times more data than you'll get in level 2. That's why level 2 is like worthless to me. Okay. So how we're looking at it, same way as before. These are the amount of orders that are out there. This is the shares that are looking that make up all those orders. And this is the price they want to buy it. Same thing for the sell side. Whoever's looking to sell it, how many orders are out there and how many shares make up that order. So you're looking at the raw data of every institution, every high frequency trade, every dark pool, every algorithm, every trade that Fausto makes, every one that you make, Gordon. No matter what you're doing, everything is being exposed right here on the floor of the exchange. Sounds pretty cool, right? Like, wow, you can see that? Like, yes, but it gets better. me just clear this out. So basically, the whole purpose of looking at level 3 is to follow the orders. Now, remember, if you followed me before, remember I brought up the slide about the 332,000 share buyer? That's what we're going to be looking for. That's the power of level 3. So let's look at an example here. Macy's. Now, Macy's, we're looking at a chart, which I hopefully assume of you, a lot of you could read a chart, but if not, hopefully this will make it a little bit easier for you. I eliminated all the indicators and all those bells and whistles and all these dumb things that people put on there. So I just kept it very basic, right? A nice, simple candlestick chart. So you could see the stock at 9 o'clock went from $18.60 and came all the way down to about $17.60. And you'll notice like right here, it kind of stopped after 10:30. Just like, that's it. Didn't go down to 16, 17. Stopped exactly at 17.60. And it kind of hit it there twice. Went up, went back to 17.80, came back down. For literally almost 30 minutes, it did not want to go past 17.60. So what ended up happening? The stock goes from 17.60 all the way up to about 18.20. Now, how would you have known that 17.60 was a support level? Well, when you look at the level 3, when you look at total view, you'll notice that as you look on the buy side, you got buyers at every single price level. But the biggest order was at $17.58 for 322,000 shares. 18 different people out there make up that 322,000. Now think about it. Why would so many people want to buy it there? I don't know, and I really don't care. All I know is that is what we call a support level. You see, here at CyberTrain University, everybody thinks, you know, you got to know support and resistance. And honestly, the support and resistance does not exist unless you have the buyers and sellers. And that's where people make their big problem, make their big issues. They don't follow the orders, like what we're seeing right here. Kenton says, is this a huge order, Phil, or do we know? Well, first of all, we didn't get to that point yet, but at the end of the day, it's a buyer, and that's a big buyer, okay? And when you had big buyers, let me ask everybody this question. What happens when you have a big buyer? Does the stock go up or does it go down? Let's see if you guys can answer that question. I know it's a stupid question, and I want a stupid answer. Up, right? Right, Victor? Right, Ken? Right, Nasser? Right? Supposed to go up. Big buyer. So if you're trying to figure that out, I don't know what you're figuring, okay? Because as a trader, we don't think, we react. And by knowing that there's a buyer there going down, and I know he's there, and I see him there, I think it's going to go up. And that's what ended up happening. Let's look at a stock that's going higher. Okay. Let's look at NEO. Here's a stock, right? Stock start around 12 o'clock, starts around $5, goes up, goes to 6, 7, 8, and all of a sudden it gets to $9. And then finally it comes back down, crashing down, you know, like that within 30 minutes, thing goes down like $1. Okay. Why did it crash at 9? Why did it go to 10? Like 9? Like why 9? What the hell is 9? You know? Well, when you look over here on the right and you look at all the orders out there, you got orders at every price level. You got 4,000 shares, 2,000, 200, 500, 7,000. But the thing that we show you is like all those orders out there are completely irrelevant because you're always going to have sellers in the stock. What you're looking for is the big iceberg order, the big block order. And right here, when you get to 9, you're like, oh my God, there's 626 different orders out there. Be 626 different people out there that are trying to sell the stock at $9, and that makes up 288,000 shares. I don't think I want to own it at that price. I mean, I probably want to sell myself too. I mean, think about the profit you have right there. Why are you going to get greedy? Why are you going to get cocky? Why you think, oh, I know NEO. You know what? Who cares? The bottom line is This thing ain't going higher until that seller gets done. Oh, I got great news. It's irrelevant. Things don't go up and down due to news. It goes up and down because of buyers and sellers. I see companies come out with great news all the time, beat earnings, whatever it is. It's all about buyers and sellers. What's so hard about that? What's so difficult? I don't know, because that's what people end up making it look like. So Terry says, so your system shows supply and demand. Yes, it's exactly what we're looking at. Now, Terry, and this is a good question to ask you. If I was able to show you where you could see 70 to 80% of all the buyers and all the sellers in the stock that you're trading, what is that worth to you? What is that worth? Because remember, what do you make up of the stock? A tenth of a fraction of it? A lot. Gordon says a lot. Would you pay $9 for that? How about that? Let me ask you a question. Is that worth $9? Because when I traded 25 years ago, it cost me $1,000. $9. Right? Exactly. Okay. By the way, if you think $9 is expensive, you better quit trading. All right. You better quit trading. So anyway, let's look on. Let's have a little fun. Okay. Let me get my little poll out here. Stop sharing. Okay. So my question to everybody is this. Could you guys tell me, is this stock that we're looking at right now, is this stock going up or going down? Let's see how you guys answer this question. All right. We're just waiting for all of you guys to answer the question. It's not a very difficult question. Okay. Bob, put it in the poll. Okay. I'm just waiting. We still waiting for a lot of people to answer. We've got half of you already answered. Listen, if you can't answer this question, you better really quit trading. I mean, really, really, I'm serious. I mean, you get this wrong, you really got you got some issues. You know, I mean, I'm just being like, think of me as your doctor, okay? And you're not feeling well, and I'm telling you that you got a problem. Like, I'll go away tomorrow. I'm like, no, seriously, you got a problem. Something's wrong. You better take care of it. Listen, for someone that has 25 years experience doing this every day, you know, I call myself a trading junkie. I know exactly where people are going to blow up their accounts or not. I'm telling you, if you can't get this question right, you're wrong. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to end the poll, and I'm going to share the results. And you could see that most of you said it's going to go down. And congratulations, you're right. For the ones that say it's going up, you should quit trading right now. I don't have a single reasoning why you think it's going up, unless you're just trying to play the opposite side. It's not a difficult question. If the stock is going down, okay? Now, thanks a lot, Dan. Dan, listen, I really just want the best for everybody. You know, you got the greatest opportunity to travel around the world and get involved in one of the most profitable, industries. I mean, look what's going on with government right now. Where's the first people they want to go after? Wall Street. Why do they hate Wall Street so much? Because we make so much money. So my thing is, you know what? Don't hate them, join them. You know, there's a reason why people love this business. Okay. And that's what I'm trying to show you. Do it right though, and you'll be so happy. So anyway, the answer is this, right? The stock is going down. Now, my question is this: what do we need for the stock to go back up? Because we know it's not going to zero. What do we need? What do we need? Say you guys answer this. No, we don't need support. No. You said support, you're wrong. You failed. You need buyers. Right? Buyers equal support. If you're looking for support, you failed. You're looking for buyers. So now the thing is, you look at the chart. Do we have buyers on a chart? Do we see buyers on a chart? Do we see buyers? No, right? Everybody say no. So what the hell are you using a chart for? Chart's worthless. The chart is showing you and telling you what happened in the past. Do you want to see what's happened in the past, or you want to be able to predict the future? Okay. So that's where it comes down to it. So this is what we need. Got to look at the orders. Okay. So we're gonna go to NASDAQ total view, and you'll notice that there is a buyer right here. Here's the buy section. We'll work our way down. Oh, we got 3,000 here. It's a pretty big order. And as I work my way down, I'll notice, oh, here we go. 18 orders, 70,000 looking to be bought there at 1750. So in theory, I would say, you know what? Without looking at anything else, it's probably going to go down to 1750. Okay. Meanwhile, the stock's at 1850. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, 1850. Listen, that's where the biggest orders are. I mean, who am I going to trust? The guy who wants to buy one share or the guy who wants to buy 70,000, right? So let me change the slide here. And you'll notice what happened. Went to right there where that buyer was at 1750 and shot straight up and went back up to 23. I'm a genius. No, I'm not a genius. I'm just following the money. That's all you're doing. Now, let me ask everybody a question. Did I lose anybody yet? Is anyone lost? Did I lose anybody? Was that hard? Was that difficult? Was that difficult? Look at all the no's. No, no, no. Everybody's saying no. Everybody's saying no. Okay. Salvatore says, sorry for the dumb question. What is a reality? Level 1, 2, or 3? Level 1 is showing you the best bid and best offer. Level 2 is showing you all the levels, all the ECN levels of their level 1, but you're not seeing all their orders. Level 3 is showing you all the orders. Now, what time is it? How long was I teaching you for? 10 minutes? 10 minutes without the introduction and the videos and stuff? In 10 minutes, imagine if you let us train you. Where would you be today? I mean, I had people watching people on TV and they can't even understand like how someone's explaining a Fibonacci, for crying out loud. And then you watch somebody else talking about a Fibonacci and he's at a different way of explaining it. And you got another guy you're watching. He's like, this is just black and white. This is just common sense. See, everything else is so sexy because it's always right. Yo, you see this trend when this cross with that. The problem with indicators, they're laggers. It does not work for day trading. Okay. And sometimes people make things more complicated than what it is. Manjo, don't worry about that. I'm going to tell you we can get level 3 in about another 10 minutes. Okay. We didn't get there yet. I just want to make sure. I'm glad though I got your attention. Okay. I'm glad I got your attention, but you're going to see it all. Now, everybody ready for something else? We're going to talk about something else right now. Okay. Without using all these fancy tools on a platform, let's just go right to the data. Okay. We're going to go right to the NASDAQ exchange. Where do you think resistance level is on space? Let's see how you guys answer this question. In theory, where would you think? Just hypothetically, what do you think? What do you think? If you don't know the answer, give me a question mark. Okay. Jose answered, Victor, Steve, Ken, Doug. Wow, I like these. I like you guys. You guys are really starting to ask questions. Kevin. Good, good. It's amazing. Every one of you said the same exact thing. Probably going to be 24.75, right? Because there's a lot of sellers out there, but you've got 43,000 shares sitting there. I'm not trading 43,000 shares of stock. Okay. But somebody is. So when you look at the chart, looks like it's going higher, right? Trend up. But you notice like it kept hitting this price, then it went up. Some people might call that, oh, that's a bull flag. You know, it's hitting a double top. It's a breakout, whatever it is. I don't know. People got all these crazy analogies how to explain things. At the end of the day, without looking at anything else and just looking at the data, we know this guy is sitting there. And you know what? If you didn't get out, it went all the way back down to 23. Okay. Because it hit it there, it hit it there, it hit it there. And just for several hours, didn't want to break it. Eventually it starts dwindling down. Like, oh, maybe it'll go back up. Oh, man. Oh, it's going back up. I'm making my money back. Oh, I went back down. And next thing you know, you wake up and bam, the thing just tanks on you. And you're like wondering, what the hell just happened? maybe that guy hit the bid. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of time when that thing is going to drop. So you could sit there and hope all you want, but until that guy gets done, it's not going anywhere. And how do I know this? I'm not a genius. I didn't invent this. Okay. I learned from some of the best traders in the industry. That's what I did. And I'm like, it was like a light bulb that kicked in. And all I kept on asking myself, why are people so ignorant? Why would they not want this, to use this data? And remember, 22-year-old, 25 years ago, $1,000 a month, people said, it's a lot of money. I'm telling you now, it doesn't cost $1,000. It's going to cost you $9. $9 because things got cheaper from back then. Volume went up. Tickets are cheap. I mean, you know what crazy? I used to pay $25 a ticket. $25. And you know what? I made money back then. People, they're giving tickets for free and people still can't make money. I used to spend probably $1,000 to $3,000 a day in ticket charges a day. My ticket bill was like over $250,000, maybe more at the end of the year. And I still made money. Now, could you imagine I got it for that price today's times? So the only thing that got better, education, technology, but the style has not changed. That's about it. So it's not what's on top of the water, it's what's on the bottom of the water. And that's why I came up with the word iceberg orders. And I always, if you watched me before, I always talk about it. How did I come up with this name? I watched the movie Titanic, beautiful ship. Everyone was more concerned about the beauty and this and that. Don't worry about safety. And you know what? If you didn't have the right radar, all those people died. I don't want you guys out there to blow up your accounts. You work too hard. You know, a lot of you people here are maybe are probably retired, you know, or don't want to give you money to someone else to trade. What do you need to, you can do it yourself. You know what I mean? Like, and what are they going to show you? I showed you a stock that, you know, went from 12 to 16 in a matter of an hour. What's wrong with that? But you got to have the right tools. That's where it comes down to it. So, a couple of questions coming here. Does this work for futures? Actually, it does in level 4. Okay, we have a level 4 version. That's even gonna blow your mind. But I don't trade futures. Okay, if you want to know somebody really, and there's about 2-3 people that are good at futures. I'll put my email address. If you really want to know futures, just send me an email, and I'll let you know who you should recommend, who I recommend or not. Because there's a lot of people you really don't want to. You said this is on NASDAQ. How about New York? Yes, it's called Archipelago, Jose. And you could aggregate all those orders in one platform, which I didn't even get to that yet. Okay, right now I'm just showing you one. But there's other out there that you know, obviously there could be different orders on a different exchange. But with today's platforms, you could aggregate them all and you could see them all on one platform. So that's where we're going to be getting, you know, when I show you later on. Now, the next question people always ask me, hey, Fausto, people always tell me there's a spoofing thing and like people have fake orders. And what? Listen, there's nothing fake about it. Okay. Those are real orders. There's no brokerage firm and the exchange will never let you put an order out there that's fake. And if you do, please tell me, because then I will not be here anymore. But I'm a tape reader. There's something called time in sales. The time in sales is going to tell you if the order got executed or not. Like one of you earlier were asking me and said, hey, Fausto, how do you know if this order got executed, or did he cancel, or was he really a buyer? Was it a short, whatever it is? Well, listen, at the end of the day, we really don't care. Okay. All we care about is we know he's out there, like this guy. Okay. Which makes the support levels. Now, the thing is this, can this stock go below 15? Could that happen? Can that happen? Troy, regarding about your email, just email me. Okay. I don't have to have time to copy your email. Okay. But question to this, can this stock go past 15? Steve, you're wrong. It could. Of course it could. It could happen. Somebody can go out there and sell it to him. All right. That could, you know, why can't it not happen? But how do we know how it does happen? Is this. Look at Rite Aid. It went to that 15. It went to that buyer. It hovered there for about 2 hours, and finally it broke it and went all the way down to $14. If you look over here in time and sales, look at all the orders. 4,400, 1,000, 2,800, 1,900, 3,800, 2,800. The guy was getting executed. Somebody went out there and says, listen, sell, sell, sell. Warren Buffett, you think he's dealing with 100 share lots? This guy's just selling millions of shares. I don't know who sold it to him. I really don't care, but I do know that seeing that guy getting executed is not really a good sign. Knowing that it's a support level is great. Knowing he got executed would make it a better short. Okay. So it could go both ways, but those are the numbers that you're focusing on. Like you could see right here, the stock just went straight down from 16 down to 15. But once it got around that 15, kind of hovered there. But now, once it got past that 15, boom, the thing tanks. We know that support levels because of that order, but we know support levels get broken all the time. And that's exactly what happened. So it only gets better. It only gets better. Now, the next question we have, people always ask me, what about indicators? Okay, listen, what chart's easier to read? Okay, chart number 1 or chart number 2? What's easier to read? Number 1 or number 2? What do you think? Really? Everybody thinks chart number 2 is easier? Wow, you're probably right. What do you got here? You got moving averages, stochastics, RSI, Bollinger Band. I mean, I don't know what it is. Price action. I mean, it's like you look at this stuff and you're like, people actually read that stuff. And you know what? It's always right. Whenever you meet someone that explains it, they explain it so well and they're so good at it, right? But the problem with indicators is that they're laggers. They were invented by mathematicians. And everybody has their indicator is better than the next guy's indicator. And the next guy tells you, oh, I can explain it better than you and my way of doing it than he does it. You know what? Would you rather listen to the hundreds of indicators out there, or would you just rather just follow the money and keep it simple? Because I could see Rite Aid had a pretty good support level right here. I don't know if I can really tell from this, this chart, you know? So that's really where that comes down to. So that's my whole take on indicators. Now, please don't take it in a bad way. I know a lot of people spend a lot of money to learn indicators and spend a lot of hours. And like, here I am telling you, like, oh my God, this guy just told me to get rid of all this stuff. I spent years. I spent tens, hundreds of thousands on education on it. Listen, it works for investing, long-term trading. It doesn't work for day trading. Day trading is actually the least risky. When you want to get something more risky, you can make more money, obviously, but it's going to be more education, more indicators, more tools. I don't know if you really want to do that. Personally, I like to day trade because I'm in and out the same day. I'm in cash. Don't have to worry about anything, you know? But do I invest? Of course I do. I trade my own IRA. They're going to give it some mutual fund to do it to me. Forget it. I don't need them. I could do better than we could do better than they can. So let's just move on here and let's get to how to get you guys all registered. Okay. Trading is not as complicated what it is. So what I'm looking to do right now is I want to invite all of you to come into the original trading room. I want to show you exactly how we find these stocks, how they go up and go down, how to use companies like, you know, TD Ameritrade, TradeStation, Tastyworks, how to use their platforms, how do we use it, what you need, what you don't need, okay? Because at the end of the day, you might find out that you're doing everything completely opposite. I mean, just think about it. When you first took a step into this room and listen what I showed you, not only telling you and listen from the great people that we've trained and then how I got started, but also just showing you how simple trading is. Is it really that easy? It actually is. Do you know what the hard part about trading is? And this is what we really teach you. It's not about making money. It's about controlling your losses. That's where it comes down to it. But some people make it more complicated than what it is, and it's really not. because when it goes out there, you can't do this on your own. You can't be self-taught. You wouldn't give your money to some financial planner and never learn trading, or go to a doctor that never, study medics. What are you doing any different? But when you surround yourself with good traders, that's how you become good at it. Teaching is one thing. Trading with good traders is another. So this is why CyberTrade University has been endorsed and featured on more brokerage firms than any school in the industry. We have a reputation. We like to keep it that way. We got a 5-star rating on Google. We got a AAA rating at the Better Business Bureau, and we're endorsed by some of the biggest brokerage firms. You think these brokerage firms will put us in front of an audience that we're teaching people how to lose money? By the way, a little advice for all of you out there. Because I don't want to see anybody get hurt or get involved with the wrong school, because we hear that all the time. If you want to know you're getting involved with a good school, make sure they're being endorsed by brokerage firms, and not one, by several, and brand name ones, not ones you never heard of. Just a little advice for you, okay? So this is what I'm looking to do. I want to invite all of you here to come into the original trading room that I started 25 years ago. You're seeing a lot of people opening them up all over the place, which is great. A lot of them are our students. We taught them how to play the game, because eventually you'll outgrow CTU. But before you make a harsh decision and make your next trade, why don't you just come in, let us just show you, and watch the other traders and see if they make money doing it. Let's show you how we trade in pre-market. Let me show you how we find these stocks. Let us show you these iceberg orders that we keep talking about, all these big block orders. Let's go out there and do that. Let's show you how to play the game. And then you'll make a decision and say, oh, you know what? I get it. Wow, think about it. You were here for 30 minutes just talking about that. Imagine if you were here for a week. And you know what? You don't got to be here all day. We only trade the first hour and the last hour, and we're done. And you don't got to, if you make your money in the morning, you don't have to be in the afternoon. But this is what I'm asking from everybody. Remember I told you I'm looking for $9? It's going to cost you $9 to get into the room. Now, you're probably looking at this, you're like, $9? I pay thousands. Listen, the $9 is an application fee, okay? We're here to make sure you say who you are. Okay, we don't know who you are, where you came from, anything. So all we're asking is $9 to say who you are. So then we'll allow you in the room. And the goal is then we're going to take the time and show you the professionalism on be able to talk to our staff, be able to get into our room, see our technology, give you access to 100 hours of education, a crash course on day trading, get to see daily market meetings, all that stuff, everything for a whole week for $9. That's it. And you know what? After a week, if you're not happy, I'll give you your I'll give you my $9 back. Listen, I don't need your $9. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for traders I could teach, can make 6 figures, so I can make money with them. So I can make my several $1,000s with them. Okay. But if you can't afford $9, then I don't know what you could afford. Think about what you've learned now and what you could learn. And you know what? As a bonus, I'm going to throw this in there. You sign up today, right now. I'll even give you a free coaching class. Me personally, when's the last time you spoke to the owner? How many of you guys took a course and made a $9 investment with somebody and they said no one even picked up the phone? I mean, talk to the owner. Listen, I have, an investment opportunity for my traders to succeed. I'm a businessman just like you are. You want to learn how to trade? I need to talk to you and make sure you're the right fit. You might not qualify. And you know what? I'll give you $9 back, but at least you got into the room and you get to see it in black and white. At least you could see and say, wow, Fausto, I see you all the time on YouTube. I see you do presentations. Well, why are you doing so many presentations? Why people? Well, because, a lot of people want to do this, and I'm looking for the right people I could do it with. And let me tell you, you're not going to see 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people in this room. Okay. And you don't want to be in a room with that many people because it's chaos. But it's $9. That's all it's going to cost. Yes, you could pick your day too. Listen, I would probably say you pay now, get the videos, start watching it, talk to education advisor, let them do an orientation with you, and then you'll be able to get into the class and probably start on Monday, when it's nice early week. But if you can start right away, start right away. The more time you waste, the harder it's going to be for you. Gordon says, great deal, I'm in. Gordon, listen, what's the worst thing that could happen to you? You find out it's not for you, right? I mean, like, it's $9. It's an expensive cup of coffee here in New York at Starbucks. That's really comes into it. Now, I had staff talking in the room for all of you, so if there's any questions, feel free. Now, I'm just going to make out a couple of call outs. I see a bunch of you registered. Listen, part of the registration too, very important. You're going to notice there's a questionnaire at the end, okay? Please fill that out, okay? To your best of your knowledge. Tell us about you. You need to know. It's like a doctor, they can't do a diagnosis on you if you don't do your blood work and tell us your history. You don't want us to trade you blind. Like I told you, you could lose a lot of money in this business. Tell us the most you can tell us about you. Did you take training? Who'd you take it with? How much money you have in the account? You know what I mean? You don't gotta tell us everything, but give us a little sense of, feel comfortable with us. If you're more comfortable with us, we'll be more comfortable with you. Okay, that's really comes down to it. Raj, listen, don't worry about the classes. Okay. Don't worry about next week and the next month. Worry about one day in the room. If you want to continue, listen, let me ask you a question, Raj. If I taught you how to make six figures, do you have a problem to pay a few $1,000s for a class? And if it pays for itself, you have a problem with that? Because I don't think you would. I don't think anybody would. So why don't you start off with 9 and then we'll worry about that later. Okay. Listen, I'm not looking to scam anybody. I'm not like other people. I'm not here to make you jump over hoops and sucker you in to buy something that you can't get out because you got to go through the whole program and prove it that you did. Listen, I don't need that scrutiny. Listen, I'm not desperate. I'm not like some other people. Okay. I'm looking for people I could make, good traders, honest people, good family values that we could trade together, make money together. That's really what I'm looking at. All right, just a couple of shout outs really quick because I got a few people have been registering. Fernando from Oakland, California, just got your registration. Welcome aboard. We got Kristen from Colorado, just got your registration. Just reading off. Michael Owens from Sacramento, California. You can probably see if I can see it right there. I'm looking at my phone, just making it easier for me. Who else we got here? Abru from Chester Springs, Pennsylvania. All right. Welcome aboard. What else we got here? A lot of them coming in. Jarrett Reese from, you're not too far. From in New York, a local person. All right. So listen, if we run out of spots, the 20, don't worry about it because we have other instructors that will still pick up. The thing is this, I only have X amount of time to talk to somebody. I'm busy too. I'm trading, but you don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time, but let us do what we do best. Let's get you in the room. Let's experience it, see what it's all about, and go from there. And then you could see, and once again, don't judge us on our winners. Judge us on the losers. That's everyone's problem. Judge us on those losers and see how few we have, and then you go from there. And then you'll see why, if we're the real deal or not. That's really the big thing that you have to focus on. And another big thing you're going to notice too in our trading room, nobody brags about money. I don't know. I think that's egotistical. I don't know about you, but when I see people posting, I made like $45,000 today, I just feel like, well, first of all, how are you going to compete with that person, right? How are you going to be in the same league with that person when some of you just want to say, hey, you know what? I just want to make 70, 80,000 a year. These people are doing it in 2 days. They're like in a different league, and they are. So you'll notice we don't do that. We do something different, and you're going to like it. Once again, after 7 days, if you want to continue, it's $149 a month in the trading room. If you don't want to continue, please just let us know and we won't charge you. That's it. That's how we do it. Listen, Luke, just send us an email. We don't need to put all these hoops and click this button and click that button. You call us up and we'll cancel it. We don't play that game. All right. Trust me. We're not going to do that. You don't want to continue. You don't want to continue. Why force somebody to stay something and pay for something when you don't want to be there? You know, I don't need someone to be a heckler. And listen, if somebody did that to me, okay, I'll be in their chat room all day and like, this team stinks. They could give my money. They stole my money. You know, like anybody could do that, right? Like, why would I want somebody doing that in my room? If you don't want to be there, you don't want to be there. Okay. What do I want you there? And most important, you're not making me money either, too. When the 7 day starts, Christian, basically, everybody has, when you register, you're going to notice you're going to have an education advisor's name. You're going to make an appointment. He's going to do a walkthrough with you. Okay. Please, we're not here to sell you or anything else. We want you to know to get the maximum experience in the room and say, oh, so you could see when people are chatting and talking, you know what they mean. There's certain lingos in there. You don't know what they're talking about. We want to explain to you and show you the professionalism, the customer service. You know, I take this very seriously, and the faster and the more comfortable you feel and understand, the better you're going to know why we are in these positions and why we get out of those positions, why we use certain tools versus certain other tools we don't use. That's the reason for it. So you could start it whenever you want. I know one guy said, can I start in 2 weeks? Sure, absolutely. Just register now. Tell your education advisor. Tell you want to start in 2 weeks, start in 2 weeks. That's all. You know, but listen, when it's fresh in your mind, just try to get as soon as possible. Listen, you don't need a week. You need 1 day in the room, be honest with you. You watch one of these stocks make a big move. You see what people are doing. You see all the lights blinking and stuff like that. You don't need to see any more than that. You don't need to think twice. But I think 7 days is more than enough. All right, guys. So listen, just a couple of more shout outs I got. And then, and by the way, don't go anywhere because we're going to play the video on NASDAQ when I was at NASDAQ. You're going to love this video because this was when the crash hit with Mindora, the drug that everybody's taking right now. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to show you the orders. I'm going to show you the big block orders, people buying it from $20 to $30. We know where it went to 140. I'm going to show you on level. I'm going to show you on the NASDAQ total view. Being a regular guest, there's a couple of videos, a couple of them that we did, but we're just going to show you that one. That was the last time I was there before they shut down the NASDAQ market. You're going to love it. So I'll give you some time to register and go from there. Okay. All right, guys. So just a couple of more shout outs. I got Linda Webster from BC, from British Columbia. By the way, we got a lot of Canadians in the trading room. Been going there for years. And you're going to make a lot of good friends. Dana from another person from Canada. North America. I never heard that one before. But yeah, Canada, I got that one. Who else we got here? Keith Rowland. There we go. From California. Matia, California. Perfect. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I'd like to thank my staff for making this possible and our partners for inviting you all to be here. And I hope it was very educational. Just please let me leave this up before you go and before we bring the video up. If you didn't continue with CyberTrain University, listen, I get it. You know, maybe you didn't like the way I look, maybe you like the way I sound, maybe it's not your style. But if you do not continue with CTU, I'm just warning you right now, you better get educated and you better learn from several different people. Maybe it's not the time or whatever, but you got to learn before you can earn. And for everybody that did register, listen, guys, you're going to have a fun day. You're going to see things going to blow your socks off. And if you don't get it, you got that education advisor, use it, talk to them, say, hey, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? You're going to have the instructors. You're going to be able to chat to us in the room. So you'll be able to talk to us. We'll explain it. But just remember, this is not a teaching room. You're going into a trading room. You're watching Sunday football. That's what you're going to do. All right. So I look forward to seeing you all there. Thanks for watching, and look forward to seeing upcoming events. So I'll see you all in the room, everyone. Good luck. Happy trading. Be safe.